Shalom Eastern Shore. I'm Rabbi David Tokajer with Congregation Maim Chaim, a Messianic Jewish synagogue in Daphne, Alabama, and I'm bringing you your daily dose of living water. Today I want to talk to you about what Yeshua calls the greatest commandment. In Matthew 22, verses 34 through 40, Yeshua is asked what the most important commandment in the Torah is. And we read, "And he said to him, You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is, You shall love your neighbor as yourself. The entire Torah and the prophets hang on these two commandments." I am sure most of you are already familiar with this passage of Scripture. But what you may not be aware of is that Yeshua is quoting two very important Torah concepts. So important that they have been a part of traditional Jewish daily prayer life for thousands of years. The first of the two is quoting from Deuteronomy 6, verse 5, which in Hebrew says, "Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha." Love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength. I've always found this Hebrew in this passage to be so intriguing. The three key words here are, in English, heart, soul, and strength. But the Hebrew takes the true message here just a little deeper. See, the Hebrew word here for heart is lev. And God isn't just simply talking about the typical emotional concept Westerners think of when speaking about the heart. Rather, the heart controls the blood flowing through the body, and the Torah calls our blood our life force. The Hebrew word for soul is nephesh, and it isn't specifically speaking of the philosophical concept of the soul. Rather, the Hebrew word nephesh more directly is the throat. And what does the throat control? Our ability to breathe. And where does our breath come from? Our breath comes directly from the Lord. Lastly, the Hebrew word often translated as strength, might, power, mind, etc., is the word me'od, which is actually the word more. So in reality, Yeshua is saying the most important commandment in the Torah can be translated something along the lines of, love the Lord your God with all of your life force, with all of your breath of life, and with all your everything else, with everything that you are. So when we take this commandment to its core, we realize it is so much more than what we've always thought. God's desire is that we will love him with everything that we are, with everything he created us to be. Then Yeshua tells us that through our love for him and his love we receive, that we are to love our neighbors as ourselves. The Brit Hadashah, or the New Testament, takes this reality even deeper when we take into consideration 1 John 4, 7 through 8. Loved ones, let us love one another, for love is from God. Everyone who loves is born of God and knows God. The one who does not love does not know God, for God is love. So in this modern reality of social distancing and uncertainty, let us learn to be the example of Messiah Yeshua, and not only love God with our heart, soul, and strength, but more so with our life force, the breath of life within us, and with everything else we are, because God is love, and we should share his love with those around us. Shalom.